So welcome to the assessment briefing for the prayer journal. Let me just share that document with you all. That should be on the screen now. Can you see the prayer journal?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
great. So it's in the unit Use Christian Spiritual Practices to Support Own Personal Development. That's the unit you need to go into. You should all have access to that unit. If you don't, send me an email and I'll make sure that is open for you. But this is the first assessment that's due this term. It says you are to create a 14-day plan to develop and improve your prayer life with an aim to support your personal faith and spiritual growth. This may involve you setting some goals around daily devotions or prayer. So I want you to really think about the purpose of this assessment. Um, this can be very beneficial for anyone who takes this seriously. The aim and goal is to improve your prayer life, your daily devotions. So that thing there about setting some goals, very important. Think about your prayer life and let's try and do something about it over the next 14 days. So after you've set those goals, then each over a 14-day period, you must record journal entries about your prayer life and the development of your faith whilst you implement your plan. In your first journal entry, write about your current prayer life and discuss your plan for the next 14 days. Each subsequent journal entry should record the date and the time of the entry over the 14 days. Now, you can go 15, 16 days if you happen to miss one. Reflect on what you've prayed about and its impact on your life or a specific area or endeavor that you're involved in. Refer to a relevant scripture that you've read, and if needed, refer to any adjustments you make to your plan and why. Before your last journal entry, have a discussion with a friend or a mentor and talk to them about your plan and experience implementing your plan over the last 14 days. Ask for their feedback and listen with an open heart. In your last journal entry, discuss the conversation you had and any changes you would make to your plan if you were to implement it as a long-term daily practice. Okay, so let's have a look at what it says in the orange here. You may find it useful to refer to some of Gerard Rowland's 25 ideas for Bible study and the Principles of Profitable Bible Study notes. They are way back in the first unit that we did. I might send them all out to you if you like, make it easy for you to find. When we scroll down, that's a lot to take in, but I want to show you what I'm looking for in the marking guide. So, yes, you're doing a 14-day prayer journal. Starting with day one, you're writing some goals, writing a bit of a plan. And at the end, you're kind of reflecting on that plan. But this is in black and white what I'm looking for. First of all, you must describe your current prayer life. So in that first journal entry, write a couple of sentences. What is your current prayer life like? I won't be displaying these on Facebook. I won't be using you as an example in my next sermon. So you can be as honest as you like. But if it's intermittent, if it's sporadic, if it's non-existent, if it's underwhelming, you can be as honest as you like. No judgment here. We've all been through it. Do you pray in the mornings? Do you pray in the afternoons? Do you put worship music on? Do you feel you get a lot of answers to prayer? Just a few sentences, nothing that exciting. So discuss your current prayer life and write down a few dot points in your 14-day plan. What are you going to do over the next 14 days? So as an example, what it could look like is this. My current prayer life is blah, blah, blah. My plan is for the next 14 days, I'm going to read a chapter a day out of the book of Mark, and I'm going to pray over it, and I'm going to write down some thoughts every day. That's as simple as your plan could be. Or my plan is to take a prayer walk around the goose ponds every afternoon, 14 days in a row. And every time a jogger comes past, I'm going to pray loudly in tongues. And whatever. My plan is, I'm going to read a different chapter of Proverbs every day and pray because I need wisdom right now at work. And because I'm in this leadership role at work and I need wisdom, I'm going to pray and believe over the next 14 days that as I read the Proverbs, answers are going to come to me about situations I'm facing. Is that making sense to everyone? I hope that just some examples of what you might write down in your plan. It doesn't have to be a 3-page plan. It's just a couple of dot points. What am I, as the guy who's marking, expect to see over the next 14 days of entries? Okay, so then you need to record your journal entries. Again, keep them as brief as you like. I'm not expecting pages and pages per entry. You're welcome to it. Some of you might really enjoy that and really gain a lot of benefit from that. But it can be as simple as I prayed from 6:30 to 6:45 whilst reading Mark chapter 3. Here's what I felt God say to me. That's it. I prayed from 7 to 7:30, Mark chapter 4. These are the verses that jumped out at me. Whatever, all good. So record the date, the time, and time of the entries. Reflect on prayer items. Again, that's covered in what we just talked about. Refer to relevant scripture in each entry. That's already covered. And if applicable, refer to any adjustments to the plan. So you might get to day 7 or day 8 and think, you know what? Walking around the goose ponds every afternoon just isn't working for me. I'm going to try now sitting in my chair with an empty chair across from me like I'm talking to Jesus and having some worship music on, whatever. Towards the end, you do need to have a quick conversation with a friend or mentor about your prayer plan and how it's been going. And then in that final entry, give a bit of a summary, what you think you've learned over the 14 days, what you think you might do long term or going forward with your prayer habits based on your experience over the last 14 days. Let me just say and reiterate, the entries do not have to be long. They'll be quite, this is not meant to be something that you spend hours every day doing. It's meant to be something that you incorporate into your existing prayer life, okay? And you just say, you know what? I'm going to use this in my existing prayer life. This is my plan, and just jot down what's going on in your prayer life and putting it down there on the page for me. Any questions?
Yes, Janine has one.
Go.
Does it to be on a Word document, or can it be a diary and get scanned in?
It can be in a diary and scanned in. It can be handwritten, absolutely. You can upload 14 photos if you like.
Wonderful.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Sorry. Someone else go.
Go, Meg.
Hello? Yep. All right, cool. With the 14 days, is it the first and the last entry plus 14 days, or is it the first and the last entry plus like 12 days of prayer?
It's the first and the last entry are part of your 14 days.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So whilst you're telling me about your journaling of the first day, as part of that, you're also telling me the plan for the next 13.
Right. And then the last one isn't really a prayer one, though. The last one's really just discussing our conversation with the friend or mentor.
Yes, you can do it that way. Yes.
All right. So first and last day plus the 12 days of prayer.
Yep.
Cool. I just saw it says friend or mentor, but not in the other section. So can we just discuss it with just like a friend, like
Yes,
same age as us, or?
Yep. I would recommend, if you've got a friend already that you pray with, or you talk spiritual things with, absolutely you can use them. 100%.
And do we have to like there's no like prescription with like how long we need to like have a minimum of length of prayer or anything like that?
Nope. Nope. I mean, if you put every day that you prayed from 6 to 6:01, I might ask if you're getting the full benefit. But no, you can go a little bit
Yeah.
longer.
And
You
we
don't
I saw
really have
some
to tell me how long it was every day, but all
yeah.
good.
So we in each entry, do we have to say how much how we have grown, or is that just like every couple of entries or so, or just mainly at the end?
Mainly at the end is that kind of self-reflection time. Unless something strikes you halfway through, you want to write down. Um, but I don't want to run in commentary every day going, this is really working. Oh, now it's not working. No, it is working. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So with the due date for it, is that just like from 14 days from today, or just once
Yeah, I
whenever we're
mean, the
done?
assessment delivery plan says, like Friday, which is 12 days away, but this is at least a 14-day assessment. So, um, my advice is to start it tonight or tomorrow, and go 14 days from there, and then you'll have it all done, ready when we start um, our new topic in a couple of weeks' time.
Cool. All right, I'll let other people ask questions now. Sorry.
Oh, good. Any other questions?
No, no, I'm good, thank you.
We're all good. Pretty straightforward assessment. Yeah, cool. My final encouragement: use this as an opportunity. To me, this is an exciting part of the course. We're talking about really life applicable things here, and hopefully, something we spoke about tonight or next week is really going to even just a little shift in your thinking or approach to prayer can make a huge difference. So maybe use this 14 days to try something you haven't tried before, um, and do something and just see what happens. You might get to the 14 days and at least you'll know never to try that again. But you've learned something. Or you might go, actually, that was really helpful. All good. All right. Well, that's all we're doing tonight. Thanks for jumping online. If you want to, send me a text or an email with some feedback about the experience online as to compare to breaking it up in person and online. And because we're always willing to learn and grow. So if you've got any burning thoughts on that, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you all again next week. Catch you
Cool.
later.
See ya.